According to official financial disclosures, FIFA essentially operated as a massive rights management machine, printing a record-breaking $15 billion. By expanding the tournament to 104 matches, they locked in over $4 billion in global broadcast deals and bagged $3 billion from corporate sponsorships and licensing. Central to this financial engine was Saudi Aramco, the giant energy titan of the whole world, which locked in the biggest sponsorship deal in FIFA history, dropping $400 million over 4 years. According to a post-tournament evaluation by Brand Finance, that investment immediately paid off, skyrocketing their global brand value by $1.1 billion by natively integrating their real-time analytics software straight into the official worldwide broadcast feeds. On top of all that, FIFA completely finessed the secondary ticket market by taking a 15% cut from both the buyers and the sellers. Behind the scenes, the mechanics of modern sports jurisdiction meant that every single piece of stadium infrastructure, digital footprint, and intellectual property was tightly locked down under strict international licensing agreements. FIFA's legal frameworks ensured that no local entity could bypass their centralized revenue streams, transforming football governance into a masterclass in global corporate monopoly and asset protection. This airtight control guarantees that even as operational costs swell for host nations, the foundational revenue pipes feed directly back into Zurich. Corporate disclosures and media tracking confirm that top-tier athletes had to operate like walking corporations to capture their share of the tournament's massive reach. Pitch stars turned global broadcast eyeballs directly into personal bank accounts, led by Lionel Messi pulling in $35 million, Cristiano Ronaldo with $25 million, Lamine Yamal securing $20 million, Erling Haaland unlocking $15 million, Salem Aldosari grabbing $3 million, and Neymar Jr. banking an estimated $6 million through immediate roster announcement brand campaigns, all driven by dedicated partnerships with giants like Adidas, Nike, Puma, and Pepsi Arabia. The modern football star functions less like a traditional team employee and more like an independent media enterprise, where tournament performance acts merely as a catalyst for personal portfolio diversification. This monumental financial windfall, however, stands in stark contrast to the grueling physical toll, lifelong sacrifice, and absolute mental devotion required to reach the world stage. From early morning training sessions in youth academies across small towns to managing chronic injuries, rigorous rehabilitation cycles, and the immense psychological weight of representing an entire nation of millions under the microscope of global media. An athlete's career is built on decades of relentless, unseen sacrifice. As global digital infrastructure collapses geographic boundaries, an athlete's personal brand equity yields a compounding financial return that frequently eclipses professional club wages, reshaping the fundamental economics of modern sports stardom while carrying forward the weight of personal resilience. FIFA straight up adopted the Super Bowl model, paying performers a $0 base fee and only covering production, travel, and stipends. But according to reports from The Sun and E! News, these artists turned that free gig into a massive cheat code for indirect earnings. By leveraging the insane global exposure into streaming spikes, merch, and brand deals, Shakira pulled in $20 million, Justin Bieber secured $16 million, Lisa took $12 million, Katy Perry cleared $10 million plus, Burna Boy grabbed $8 million plus, and Anita, Rima, and Tyla each secured between $3 million and $5 million. The evolution of cultural entertainment within megasporting events highlights a fundamental shift in how artists view live performance fees versus digital reach. In the modern attention economy, the traditional appearance fee is completely obsolete. Artists willingly waive upfront compensation because the multi-billion-person broadcast audience functions as an unmatched global funnel, instantly converting live stage presence into multi-million-dollar streaming spikes and licensing partnerships. As global media consumption transitions away from traditional cable packages toward decentralized streaming platforms, the underlying infrastructure of sports broadcasting has had to undergo a massive technological overhaul. Telecommunication giants and cloud providers poured billions into low-latency distribution networks to handle the unprecedented digital traffic of 104 matches, creating an invisible sub-economy of data centers and server networks that profit massively off tournament congestion, regardless of who wins on the pitch. Parallel to the corporate and broadcast gold rush exists an entirely private, ultra-exclusive luxury economy fueled by the world's 0.1%. While everyday fans scrambled for standard tickets, an invisible parallel market of ultra-high net worth individuals, tech moguls, A-list celebrities, and global billionaires transformed North America's host cities into a playground of extreme consumerism. Private aviation analytics recorded a historic surge in transatlantic private jet slot bookings, completely overwhelming tarmac capacities from Miami to Los Angeles. Elite clientele routinely dropped six-figure sums on bespoke VIP hospitality compounds, private superyacht charters docked along coastal venues, and hyper-exclusive after-parties where entry fees alone cost more than a luxury car. For this echelon, the World Cup was never merely a sporting event. It was the ultimate social currency, an unwritten status symbol where spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in a single weekend was just another networking expense in the high-stakes game of global elite positioning. Based on Bank of America data, hosting the tournament handed the US a massive $20 billion economic boost. But here's the catch. FIFA kept the entire bag for primary broadcast and ticket sales, forcing local venues to get creative by capitalizing on insane markups like $300 parking spaces. Meanwhile, the USMNT walked away with a $16 million exit payout, which, thanks to their historic collective bargaining agreement, they split right down the middle with the women's national team. Expanding a mega tournament across multiple North American host cities required unprecedented public-private coordination, yet municipal governments frequently shouldered the bill for public transit, security upgrades, and localized infrastructure overhauls. While local small businesses and hospitality sectors experienced localized surges in consumer spending, the macroeconomic windfall largely bypassed public treasuries, flowing directly upward into private commercial consortiums and international governing reserves. Beyond the matches themselves, the tournament triggered a massive real estate and hospitality pricing experiment across North America. Data from tourism analytics firms highlights that host city hoteliers attempted to capture unprecedented windfalls by inflating average daily rates, driving luxury tier RevPAR surges in hubs like New York and Los Angeles. However, this strategy collided with consumer behavior reality. Many speculative room rates peaked too early, forcing sharp corrections in the final weeks as lodging providers balanced displaced traditional business travel against an influx of international soccer tourists. Ultimately, the 2026 World Cup proves that this isn't just about a direct economy. It's a massive interconnected ecosystem where leveraging global influence, brand power, and pure attention is the real money glitch. If you enjoyed pulling back the curtain on this story, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on what we uncover next.